Coming up on OU Nightly, I'm going to be talking about how much rain you can expect here on campus.
New developments in the race for House Speaker. Find out who's now vying for the gavel. And find out how head football coach Brent Venables plans on stopping Kansas's high-powered offense. This is OU Nightly.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Emily Faith.
And I'm Kaylee Jo Hommel. We begin tonight with a potentially serious weather situation as campus continues under a flood watch.
It's pouring rain right now, so let's get right over to OU Nightly meteorologist Lauren Brand. Lauren?
That's right, ladies. We are still in that flood watch right now, and this is still extending into those same counties. But we do have an update. We have some warnings, some flood warnings that are out nowhere near campus right now, but this could be updated later on. But we currently have OU student meteorologist Hunter Brittingham out on the field. Hunter, can you tell us what you're seeing out there in terms of those conditions?
Yeah, Lauren, I'm here on Jenkins Street, and we are starting to definitely see some of that rainfall pushing through. We're seeing it in waves, so one moment it's raining, pouring, other minutes we're seeing some breaks in the clouds and some sunshine. Are seeing some gusty winds out there as well, and we're definitely seeing some ponding on the roadways and sidewalks here on Jenkins Street. So that is definitely the case, going to continue across campus because we've already picked up over 1.5 inches of rainfall here in Norman and Oklahoma City metro area since midnight. Points to the south and southwest have seen some heavier amounts, and the rain isn't going to stop after tonight. Unfortunately, we're going to be seeing several more rounds of showers and isolated thunderstorm activities, some localized heavy rainfall and the flash flooding potential as well. Areas to the south and to our southeast could definitely be picking up an additional 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. So Lauren Brand is going to have some more information on what we could be seeing as she tracks the latest in this heavy rainfall.
That's right, Hunter. We are going to have some rain coming up in the area and some cooler temperatures on the way. I'm going to have more coming up later.
Thanks, Lauren. And now to our nation's capital. House Republicans are in a private meeting now scrambling to find another nominee for Speaker of the House. They had a nominee this morning, but within a few hours, Representative Tom Emmer dropped out due to a handful of holdouts that refused to vote for him.
Oklahoma Congressman Kevin Hern has thrown his name back into the ring along with Representative Mike Johnson of Louisiana. One of Oklahoma's other representatives, Stephanie Bice, spoke about how Oklahomans are feeling back home.
They're frustrated, and rightly so. I mean, this has been going on for 3 weeks, and I think that they want to see a resolution to this quickly. They want to see us get back to the work of the people, and that's exactly what I want, is for them to be able to know that we're working on behalf of Oklahoma.
The House is entering its 4th week without a speaker, keeping the legislative branch of the U.S. government in limbo.
This just into the newsroom. Forces from Fort Sill are deploying to the Middle East. OU Nightly's Victoria Anderson joins us with the latest on the Israel-Hamas war and other headlines in the News Center.
That's right, Emily. The Defense Department spokesman Brigadier General Patrick Ryder confirmed the deployment in today's briefing.
The Patriot battalions and batteries are coming from across Fort Liberty in North Carolina and Fort Sill in Oklahoma.
Details on troop numbers and an exact location have yet to be released, but officials say the mission is to aid current U.S. forces as well as provide assistance to Israeli leadership. The Defense Department spokesman adds that an anti-ballistic missile defense system is on its way as well.
There are just a few of the many children and babies that have not seen evil. They have not caused evil, but they are victims of evil.
The Israeli foreign minister expresses concerns to the UN Security Council while still refusing to meet with UN Chief Gutierrez. Gutierrez shares concerns regarding the nation's violations of humanitarian laws. But Israeli airstrikes target a refugee camp in the Gaza Strip. Today, the death toll reaches 700.
If I knew then what I know now, I would have declined to represent Donald Trump in these post-election challenges. I look back on this whole experience with deep remorse.
Inside a Georgia courtroom, a third lawyer pleads guilty in Trump's election subversion case. Jenna Ellis is facing several charges, including aiding and abetting false statements. Ellis has been sentenced to 5 years of probation. And a close call in the skies, authorities arrest a man they say was under the influence of psychedelic mushrooms. Oregon police say he was trying to shut down engines on a passenger flight. He is now facing 83 counts of attempted murder.
Thanks, Victoria. On campus tomorrow, students plan to walk out in solidarity with Palestine. This is happening at 10:30 tomorrow morning, starting at Dale Hall. This walkout is part of a national student effort calling the siege to end in Gaza.
This week, the Student Muslim Association on campus is holding a charity week. It's part of a broader Islamic relief initiative that will help provide humanitarian and education resources abroad. This is the first time OU's Muslim Association is participating, and students involved say it gives them a unique opportunity.
We have the opportunity, all of us as people, just to give back to the people that are in need, and one of those organizations that are part of Charity Week help with those humanitarian relief in those places.
The Charity Week started on Monday, and they have events through the week until Sunday. For more information, you can visit their Instagram page. USPS Oklahoma is continuing its October job fair in Norman on Thursday, October 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The company is looking for rural carrier associates and assistant rural carriers to join their team. The job fair will be held at the Norman Post Office.
Coming up on OU Nightly, Oklahoma's Attorney General filing a lawsuit to protect the state's youth.
OU Nightly's Becca Yanes joins us live in the studio with the story.
Plus, RSV vaccines are in short supply.
The recommendation from the CDC on who should get the shot first, next.
Oklahoma's Attorney General files a lawsuit against a media giant, claiming it's affecting children and teenagers' mental health. OU Nightly's Becca Yanes follows this story and others in today's Health Beat.
The AG says that Meta is designing and deploying harmful features on social media platforms. He says in a statement, quote, "The company has enriched itself by pushing young social media users onto its platforms and then exposing the vulnerabilities of children and teens to turn a profit." The lawsuit is one of several filed across the nation in state and federal court. And the Environmental Protection Agency proposes a ban on toxic chemicals found in some drinking water. Commonly called TCE, the chemical has proven to cause cancer, Parkinson's, and liver disease, according to federal data. The chemical is in about 18% of U.S. drinking water. The agency adds that there are safer options available. And there is a nationwide shortage of RSV shots for babies. The CDC is urging doctors to stop using the vaccination for babies 8 through 19 months of age. They say to only use the shots for infants at high risk or aged 6 months and under. And in a new study from the British Medical Journal says ultra-processed food can be as addictive as cigarettes and heroin. That includes ice cream, French fries, and cookies. Kaylee, Joe, Emily.
Thanks, Becca. Coming up on OU Nightly, how you could take a chance and help a furry friend.
It's the pet of the week you'll want to see.
And we aren't out of the clear just quite yet with those rain chances. I'm going to have more on that and a potential cold front coming through the area. Stick with us. Welcome back to OU Nightly. Right now we're looking across campus. We can actually start to see those mums blooming. They're going to take a little bit longer, but we have some rain in the area as we've seen all day, clouds all throughout the area. We're sitting in the lower 70s and we're going to start to cool off a little bit as we go throughout the evening. And now that humidity is at 100%, so if your hair's been frizzy today, those rain chances in the area definitely aren't helping, and it is very humid outside. We're looking at those current temperatures across across Oklahoma. 70 in Norman, 71 in Oklahoma City. We're just a little bit warmer up in Guymon because they haven't really seen as much rain as we have had here. Now that current humidity across the state as well, 100% here in Norman, 93% in Oklahoma City, and Guymon, like I said, they're around 40%. They haven't seen as much rain as we have seen here, around 94 in Ardmore and a little bit lower out in Lawton, 82% out there. Now, looking at this current radar, we do have showers really all over the place right now, but I do want to zoom in here. We do have some storms that are going to be coming up this way, none of them severe. We just could see some heavier bands of rain as they make their way closer to campus. Now, tracking ahead, this is Monday at around 4 p.m. So that was yesterday. So this is all that we're going to be seeing. This was this morning. And as we go on through the rest of today, those showers are starting to head out of the area, but as we head through the rest of this upcoming week, we are going to be seeing some of those rain chances into tomorrow as well. But I did mention that we do have a potential cold front that is going to be coming through the area. Now look at how many places this is really going to be affected by. This is next Tuesday at around 9 a.m. So those temperatures are really going to start to be diving down. We could see temperatures as high as in the 50s. So if you're a fan of those cooler temperatures, you're definitely in luck. Now this 7-day forecast, we still have those rain chances for tomorrow. We do have another round coming in, so that potential for flooding is definitely still on the table because we could have some heavier bands coming in at times. So definitely keep that umbrella in the car. Don't take it out just quite yet. We could see a break in for the next couple of days, but as we head into Saturday and Sunday, those rain chances will return, but there's that cold front that's going to be coming through. And next Monday, we're going to be around 52 degrees for that high, and same with Tuesday. That's Halloween right there. So if you're headed out for Halloween, have any plans, we could have a high in the 50s. So if you are a fan of those cooler temperatures, then you are definitely in luck. But ladies, I don't know if you guys are excited for these cooler temperatures. Do you like that warmer weather, or would you rather have these more seasonal temperatures?
You know what, Lauren? I'm excited for the cooler temperatures, but I'm a little upset that I'm going to have to add a jacket to my Halloween costume.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to all the hot lattes and everything. But I will say I will miss the warmer temperatures for sure.
Yes.
Now, looking at the rain chances, since that's the biggest deal right now,
yes,
what are some of the threats for students on campus right now?
Well, the main threat is really going to be flooding, so making sure you're not driving through any of those larger puddles. You never know how deep they're going to be, and you also don't want to damage your car in any way. It can flood pretty easily here on campus, so definitely making sure you're not driving through any of those deeper puddles.
Well, thank you so much, Lauren.
Of course, guys.
Well, Second Chance Animal Rescue has tons of furry friends ready to find a home. This week's Pet of the Week is sweet, playful, and could make the perfect addition to your family. OU Nightly's Kaylee Fan has more.
Mike.
This is Vermogen.
He is a really sweet pup.
He's a 2-year-old mixed breed dog at Second Chance Animal Rescue, and he is looking for his second chance.
He had a family before, but they weren't able to keep him due to life changes, so he came to stay with us.
Vermogen's neutered and has most everything else a dog needs. Up-to-date vaccinations and a microchip. All he's missing? A family to call his own. And Craig says she believes he will thrive anywhere.
He does well with other animals. I think he would do well with smaller children. No one too small, of course, because he might push them over with his activity. He would do well in any home.
Craig says Vermogen is super athletic.
He will chase a tennis ball back and forth for just 10, 20 minutes, constant, but as soon as he's done, he'll let you know.
Super energetic.
He loves to play. He is a huge fan of a squeaky tennis ball.
And super intelligent.
He can sit. Sit. Sometimes he can sit. There we go. Good boy.
Plus, he's extra affectionate, making him a prime pet for any household.
Give me kisses.
Reporting from Second Chance Animal Rescue, Kaylee Fan, OU Nightly.
If you or someone you know is interested in Vermogen or any of the other pets from Second Chance, visit their website at secondchancenorman.com. You can also call the sanctuary at the number on your screen. It's never too late to help a pet in need.
And all eyes have been on the football field, but it's almost time for tip-off in the Lloyd Noble Center.
OU Nightly's Darby McCormick has the latest from OU basketball.
That's right. We'll hear from head coach Porter Moser about how his Sooners will look this season. And from one head coach to another, Brent Venables shares his expectations for OU defense against Kansas next in sports. Hello, I'm Darvin McCormick, and it's time for sports. UCF was a game that OU football barely left unscathed with their undefeated record. The Sooners head to Lawrence this Saturday for an 11 a.m. kickoff. Brent Venables lists what the defense needs to do to pluck the feathers off of the Jayhawks.
And you got to fit gaps. You got to, whoop people and get off of blocks, and you got to tackle well. You got to play with great discipline and physicality, aggressiveness, all the things that you would think every single week. They're averaging, I think, just under 6 yards a carry. But one of the most explosive offenses, explosive runs and explosive passes in all of college football.
Everything is bigger in Texas, and the Rangers World Series drought is no longer one of them. After 12 years, an 11-4 victory against their in-state rivals, the Houston Astros, the Rangers will meet the NLCS champs in Arlington this Friday for Game 1. Former OU softball star Amber Flores came to familiar stomping grounds as head coach of Seminole State. But the warm welcome back didn't last long, as the Sooners handed their Trojans a big fat goose egg on the scoreboard and earned 17 runs. Basketball season is almost back in Norman as both teams prepare to hit the court one last time in the Big 12. Men's basketball head coach Porter Moser shares what OU has learned while playing in the conference.
This league has been long, athletic, old, and I think what we've done for that is I think we're older, we're longer, and we're faster, and that's what I've learned from being in this league.
Bedlam was a rivalry that the OU women's soccer team couldn't overcome. A late game-winning goal was the only difference for Oklahoma to fall to Oklahoma State 1-0 in the regular season finale. But 10th-seeded Sooners will have their chance at redemption this Saturday in the Big 12 championship as they face OSU once again. OU volleyball wraps up non-conference play tonight at 6 p.m. in McCaslin Fieldhouse against Tulsa. The Sooners are 6-3 in non-conference play. Today's match is also the pink game in honor of breast cancer awareness. Oklahoma women's golf finished 4th at the Jim West Challenge at Kissing Tree Golf Club. Individually, Savannah Barber tied for 4th and Isabel Schlick tied for 9th. Emily, Kaylee Jo.
Thanks, Darby. Up next on OU Nightly, pumpkins from all across the country, right in our backyard.
Where you can find the perfect jack-o'-lantern up next.
I'm Abby Hollinsworth at the OU Nightly Update Desk. An Oklahoma woman's body was found on top of a barge in Tennessee. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office identified the woman as 22-year-old Haley Silas. The Sheriff's Office is still investigating how Silas got onto the barge. Kaylee Jo, Emily.
Thanks, Abby. We'll keep you all updated as this story unfolds. Moving over to some good news, they're closing soon, but a Metro pumpkin patch still has pumpkins available. The Orr family farm has pumpkins of all shapes, sizes, and colors available. While the farm wants to grow them here in Oklahoma, they actually have to get them from all across the country.
Dr. Glenn Orr, founder of Orr Family Farms, says they get most of their pumpkins from New Mexico and even up in Michigan. He says while they tried the farming process, the pumpkins didn't grow in their favor.
We tried to raise them, and we put in, let's see, well, I think it was about 5 acres, and we had 1 pumpkin plant.
Orr Family Farms says they will be closed tomorrow due to the rain, but they will reopen on Thursday and remain open until November 11th. Now, Kaylee, have you gotten your pumpkins and started carving them yet?
I haven't yet. I was going to do it tonight, but I don't think I'm going to because of that rain.
I know, that rain is really moving in. Let's get right over to OU Nightly meteorologist Lauren Brand for one last look at this week's forecast. Lauren?
That's right, guys. I'm kind of bummed I can't get any pumpkins either, but taking one last look at that radar, we still have that rain moving on through. Zooming in here, we do have some stronger line coming through. This is nothing severe along with this. It just could be some heavier bands of rain that we could see along with this. We do have some showers that are currently moving throughout the area right now, so don't be surprised if you see a little bit more rain as you're walking to class. Now, I do want to mention that it doesn't take much to really sweep you off your feet in terms of how much water. 6 inches of water is enough to sweep a person away, and up to a foot of water is enough to sweep a car away. Now, I don't think that we're going to be getting this much rain, but those deeper puddles you definitely want to take into consideration. Turn around, don't drown. Definitely don't be driving through any puddles that you could see and you can't see the bottom of. But looking at the 7-day forecast one more time, we have those rain chances tomorrow. Thursday, Friday looks clear, and then Monday, Tuesday, we could see a cold front.
Thanks, Lauren, and thank you for watching OU Nightly. I'm Emily Faith.
And I'm Kaylee Jo Hommel. Be sure to watch OU Nightly live weekdays at 4:30. Good night.